Hello, early on friends and families, and welcome back to another Cook With Me. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make turkey stuffed muffins. So, to get started, some of the things that you're going to need are some peppers, which these are really great lunch peppers. They're really sweet, they're not too hot or too intimidating for children. They're very sweet, they're very good to munch on. You're also going to need some mayonnaise, some salt and pepper, a celery stalk, some pretzel bites or some pretzel pieces, some cheese that I have grated at the bottom here. You're also going to need either some turkey or some tuna or chicken, depending on what your children like to eat or don't like to eat, as well as you're going to need some English muffins, an apple, and some raisins. And then non-food wise, you're going to need a cheese grater, a bowl with a fork. If you are using canned turkey, chicken, or tuna, you're going to need a can opener, as well as you're going to need some measuring cups and a spoon. And you're going to need some parchment paper and just a oven rack or oven tray. My apologies. So to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to take our turkey and our mayonnaise and we're going to combine it in this bowl here. So because Thanksgiving was yesterday, I'm not going to be using any of the canned products that I did previously show. I'm going to use some turkey leftovers from my turkey Thanksgiving dinner with my family. And as I mentioned, you're going to need the mayonnaise. So I'm just going to put the mayonnaise to the side for a second, and I'm going to take these bigger pieces, and all I'm going to do is kind of like dice them in a way, just so that they're fine and they're easy to mix around. So I'll move this as well so you can see what I am doing. So I'm just taking my knife and I'm just going along and cutting it very finely so that, again, it's easier to mix around. Perfect, and I already have some dark meat cut up over here. So it doesn't matter if you use light or dark, it all depends on what you like. If you have a preference for white meat over dark meat, then use the white meat. If you like dark over white, use dark. If you like both, then mix them together. So you're going to need about a half a cup to a cup and a half of turkey, depending on how many you are making. So again, I'm just taking my knife and making them diced. That should be enough. And I'm just going to add it to this bowl here. Perfect, and now I'm going to take the mayonnaise, and you're going to need about a quarter cup. Perfect. So I'm just taking my spoon to get out some of the mayonnaise and put it into the measuring cup. There we go. And now I'm just adding it in. Perfect, I'm gonna set that in to the side, as well as setting the mayonnaise to the side. Perfect, so now you're going to add your celery. So I'm just going to take a smaller knife and just cut little pieces. There we go. And I just like to make sure that each piece got separated individually before adding it in. That way it's a lot easier to mix instead of all of our pieces getting stuck together. All right, perfect. So now I'm just gonna add that. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt. So what I like to do with my salt is put it on my hand first and then just sprinkle it in. And it all depends on, like, every cook with me on what your family likes. So if they like saltier foods like me and my family, then you can put in more salt. If you don't, then obviously you can put it more on the lighter side with the salt. As well as I'm gonna do the same with my pepper, just so that it's easier to control the amount that's going in. And I'm actually going to add just a little bit more pepper. There we go. Alrighty, so that is what it looks like before we start mixing and combining it. Ooh, forgot one. So now you're going to mix this all together. Perfect. So now once it's mixed, it should look something like this. And now we are going to take our English muffins and cut it in half. Perfect, there we go. So now we have 2 halves. And then we're going to take our shredded cheese. So I had used cheddar cheese. And I'm just gonna get the one stuck at the top here. Perfect, and now I'm gonna set that to the side. Perfect, so now once you have all your cheese shredded, as I pre-shredded mine just because it was at the end, so I'm gonna take that and I'm going to add it onto our parchment paper and our tray, just so we can have that ready. Move it a little closer. Alrighty, so now you're going to take the English muffin and you're going to put it on your tray like so. And then you're going to add the mayonnaise, turkey, and celery mixture along with the salt and pepper. Nice and even. Perfect. So now I'm just gonna move that out of the way, put that in there. Alrighty, so now that we have our mayonnaise, turkey, salt and pepper, and celery mixture on there, we're going to add the shredded cheese on top. So I'm just gonna take a handful, sprinkle it on top. Sprinkle it again. Perfect. And now that we have the cheese on top, we're going to put it into the oven for about 3 to 5 minutes. Perfect, so I have a timer for 3 minutes and I have it on a temperature of 325. So now I'm just gonna get some of the cheese out of the way. Gather it all up and we're gonna move it to the top of our cutting board. And now we are going to prep our turkey's feathers as well as our turkey face. So I'm just gonna get some of the turkey bits out of the way. Now for the feathers, this is where you're going to be using your peppers, your apple, and your raisins. And what you're going to do is you're just gonna give them a quick little wash, like so. I like to make sure that I get both sides, just so everything's all nice and clean and washed. There we go, and I'd already have some cut up here, but I'm going to cut up the other ones for our other turkey as we made two. So to start, I'm just going to take the top of the pepper off where the stem is. And then you're going to cut it in the middle. So just straight down the middle like that. Perfect. So now you have 2 halves. And I'm going to do that again with the red one. And this is really great too because you can do it with Thanksgiving or fall colors to make it really festive and really colorful and fun for your little ones. So what I'm doing now is I'm just taking the seeds and the middle of the peppers out. I'm only going to use this red and orange one because I have some more colorful ones already pre-cut, but I wanted a bit more red and orange. Alrighty, so we almost got that done. Perfect, there we go. So now I'm just taking out the seeds, like so, so that when you cut it, there's no seeds in there. And I'm just gonna add it to that bowl. So besides being a nice little healthy snack for your kids, this is also great because it helps with their fine motor skills, so decorating their little turkeys, as well as it helps with their language skills and their mathematical skills because of all the great conversations or questions they might ask, like, why do we have turkey for Thanksgiving? Or any other questions like that. That's great for language, as well as I mentioned, it's great for mathematical skills because of all the measuring that they will be helping you out with. Perfect, so there's those. Perfect, so now we're gonna take our apple and just cut off the rounded edge like that. And with perfect timing, our turkey is done. So I'm just gonna shut off our timer. And this is what they should look like after coming out of the oven. So I'm gonna place that there. And I'm gonna grab a plate to put these on. Sorry, I'm gonna put this here. Oh my goodness, these look so yummy. Perfect. I'm just gonna put my little oven mitt back on and move this off to the side. Perfect. So once again, once they come out of the oven, they should look a little something like this. So I'm gonna take our little turkey heads and put one there and one there. And now for our feathers, we're just gonna take the 1/2, cut 3 little lines into it so that it opens like this, and stick it on like so. And we're gonna do a red one next. So 1, 2, 3. Ready, and again, just 1, 2, and 3 cuts. Alrighty, and last one, we'll do another red one. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So now that you have your feathers on there, they look a little something like this. And now we're just gonna put the raisins on. And you just need 2 little raisins for 2 little eyes. There we go. And if you really wanted to get creative, you can take your peppers again and cut off the corners like so. Put it off to the side, and there is your turkey gizzard. And that, my friends, ooh, that's okay. Sometimes we lose an eye. That, my friends, is how you make turkey stuffed muffins. I hope my friends have a fun time making this, as well as I hope my friends had a wonderful and a very thankful and loving Thanksgiving. And I hope you have fun making this nice, healthy little treat. Bye, friends.